that somehow when you trade with someone, there's a loser and someone's taking advantage of you and China's ripping you off or Japan's ripping you off. It's absolutely a fallacy. Every trade that occurs in the marketplace is mutually beneficial.
Well, one guy who I know would love to be in a pre-income tax world is Senator Rand Paul, and here he is on just how the debate around tariffs has gone.
How did we all get here? I mean, the whole debate is so fundamentally backwards and upside down. It's based on a fallacy. And the fallacy is this, that somehow in a trade, someone must lose. That somehow when you trade with someone, there's a loser and someone's taking advantage of you and China's ripping you off or Japan's ripping you off. It's absolutely a fallacy. Every trade that occurs in the marketplace is mutually beneficial. If you have a free society and I trade with you, if you want to sell me your coat and I give you $200 for it, we both agree to it and we're both happy with the trade. No American consumer trades with China. They trade with Walmart, or they may buy something from China, but they individually buy something they want and they make a decision. The trade is always a win-win. You can have this artificial accounting and it makes it look like a bad thing, but you have to ask yourself, is trade good or bad? And if you look at the trade deficit, in times of a recession, the trade deficit goes down. So if the tariffs push us into a recession, we could reduce the trade deficit because we're all buying less stuff. We have to get back to the fundamentals of, is trade good or is trade bad?
Pomp, I like Senator Paul a lot. I've had him on the show dozens of times. Obviously, a lot of my economics lean that way. I agree. Nobody is forcing anyone to buy anything at Walmart, and we do get cheaper at Walmart because of how we've done manufacturing. But is he missing a piece there as it pertains to, it's not exactly that you, the consumer, are getting screwed. It's that the people that don't have the jobs are getting screwed, and that we can't, as a country, we can't operate that way forever.
Yeah, I think that it's the classic kind of a complex situation. And so you have short-term optimization versus long-term optimization. And so, of course, it's amazing for consumers to be able to go and buy tons of cheap goods. They love that. They want to keep doing that. They actually don't want to see the prices go up. At the same time, if you're trying to look out into the future and be forward-thinking, you need to have manufacturing. You need to have that national security. You need to be thinking about, where are we going to get jobs? I think one of the big misconceptions around manufacturing is actually people think that we're going to like bring back sweatshops to like make t-shirts and socks and stuff, right? What we're really talking about is, again, America's very good at certain types of manufacturing. Usually it's complex, high technology type of manufacturing. What we want is we want a level playing field. There was this great interview that happened on CNN recently where a steel CEO was on the factory floor and he held up this basket that was made with steel for medical purposes. And he said, if I take this and I ship it to Germany, there's like a $125 tariff tax that's put on it. But if somebody in Germany makes this and they send it to the United States, it's like $1.25. And so he says, that is unfair. And what he's really saying is that, look, we all want free trade, right? That would be the ideal scenario. It's just that the United States has been operating for the last 20 or 30 years thinking that everyone's engaged in free trade when actually they were subsidizing their producers. They were using tariffs. They were manipulating their currencies and many other unfair trade practices. And so the U.S. has a choice. We either continue to pretend like free trade exists and we try to play that game, or we realize that there is a new game, this kind of manipulated game, and let's become the best in the world at the new game. And once we become the best and establish our dominance, we then can tell everyone, we'll stop playing the new game if we can go back to the old game of free trade. And I think that's really what you're seeing here is there's a lot of people who say, I'm cool with the tariffs if they're low, and if they ultimately lead back to more net new free trade than we had before the tariffs were originally announced.
Tax season is officially here. The IRS is turning up the heat. With the April 15th deadline fast approaching, now's the time to act. If you've fallen behind on filing or owe back taxes, delay will only make it worse. Every day you wait increases your risk and the consequences. Don't make the mistake of facing the IRS alone. Tax Network USA is here to help you take control. Whether your tax issue is $10,000 or $10 million, their team of skilled attorneys and seasoned negotiators has resolved over $1 billion in tax debt using proven strategies. Your consultation is absolutely free. Don't wait for another letter or surprise levy. Put a stop to the growing interest, penalties, and threats and take back control of your finances. Call 1-800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Dave. Tax season is here. Don't wait for April 15th to make a move. Beat the IRS to it.